Golden Abyss is the latest in the esteemed Uncharted series, and is not only a flagship game for the PS Vita, but the first Uncharted game to be developed by someone other than Naughty Dog, the series' original developers. Bend Studio takes the helm this time around, and although it can be scary seeing a new developer of a much-loved series, Uncharted Golden Abyss uses the Vita's systems to great effect, producing a polished, cinematic experience that's fun from start to finish. Golden Abyss is set before the original Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, and once again tells the story of Nathan Drake, treasure hunter, wall climber and gun shooter extraordinaire as he goes on the hunt for the 7 cities of gold in South America, encountering Mexican revolutionaries, treacherous allies and an old friend and plenty of treasure along the way. The plot isn't particularly complicated, but thanks to some great characters, lively pacing and variations on gameplay, the game never gets boring, and you find yourself caring for the characters and what happens to them as the plot moves on. Visually, Golden Abyss looks great. The shadows of trees pass Drake as he treks through a jungle, torches illuminate darkened catacombs, and gigantic pillars come crashing down as he frantically scrambles across them. Although not as good looking as other Vita launch titles like Wipeout 2048, Golden Abyss does not look bad, and some great looking set pieces are commonplace, especially towards the end of the game. Golden Abyss plays like the other Uncharted games. The story is pretty much divided into running, jumping and climbing over things, typically as other things start falling on you and shooting people in the face. The latter is the most fun. There's a lot of freedom of choice with how you approach the shooting sections. You can spray your assault rifle at people until they die, sneak up on some to take them out stealthily, or just run at them and kick them in the balls in slow motion, which, yes, you can do, and yes, it is awesome. Ben tries to implement the Vita's many new controls to moderate success. I enjoyed swiping my finger across the screen to make a charcoal rubbing, putting the camera up to the light to reveal a hidden message, and using the back touchscreen to rotate and polish an old artifact or a lost civilization. In normal gameplay, the controls are fairly standard, however, with the Vita's dual analog sticks making running and aiming a breeze, and jumping and shooting is controlled by the buttons. You can also use the Vita's touchscreen to do many things in the game. Instead of using the analog sticks, you can swipe on the screen where you want Nate to go and watch him climb. Frantically swipe to stop yourself from falling into a raging river, and tap the screen to pick up treasure and weapons. Where the touchscreen falls flat, however, is in parts of normal gameplay where you are forced to use it. For example, using your machete requires you to make specific swipes on screen, which both feels and looks kind of bad. Melee is also quite clunky, requiring you to make swipes, form counters, punches, and of course kick people in the balls in slow motion. To be honest, I use the normal buttons and analog sticks wherever possible to control Nate. They are just easier to use than the touchscreen in almost every case, and the touchscreen can also be quite unsensitive, takes a few swipes occasionally. The sounds in the game are pretty nice, with a fantastic cinematic musical score which I wish was used more often, and some pretty decent sound effects to boot. One of the really great things about this game though is the voice acting. Nolan North is once again outstanding as Drake, and the other characters, although pretty much genre stereotypes, feel real and provide an engrossing experience.
What? See the mortar? This was sealed in the mid-1700s, after the order was banned.
Oh man, no, you got it wrong, Drake. They were condemned to hell. That's right, imprisoned in a tomb for an eternal lecture on the finer points in church history.
As a launch title for the PS Vita, Uncharted Golden Abyss is one of the best. From intense cinematic gunfights to treacherous mountain climbs and burning building, the game keeps you hooked from start to finish thanks to solid controls and great voice acting. Though there is some replay value, the game is slightly let down by some awkward touchscreen controls and lack of multiplayer, which has been hinted at in later updates. If you're looking for a nice game which shows off what the Vita is capable of whilst providing an engrossing cinematic experience, then this is most definitely the game for you.